What if I told you? A single empire, without internet, without guns, without modern technology, controlled almost the entire known world for over 500 years. And even more shocking, they didn't rule with just power. They ruled with psychology, fear, engineering, and genius strategy. This is not just history. This is the blueprint of modern power. And it all started with a small city called Rome. Picture this: a dusty village in central Italy. No one thinks it matters. No one thinks it will change the world. But within a few hundred years, that same village becomes the center of the most powerful empire in human history. The Roman Empire didn't just conquer land. It conquered minds. And the question is, how did they do it? The machine of war. Most empires had armies. Rome had something different. A machine. The Roman legion was not just soldiers. It was discipline turned into a weapon. Each soldier trained like a professional athlete. They could march 20 miles a day, build forts overnight, and still win battles the next morning. But here's the secret. Rome didn't always try to destroy enemies. They did something smarter. They gave them a choice. Backhand index pointing right. Fight us or become us. And many chose to become Roman. Because Rome didn't just conquer land. It offered something more powerful than fear. Belonging. Roads that ruled the world. You've heard the phrase, all roads lead to Rome. But that wasn't poetry. That was strategy. Rome built over 250,000 miles of roads. Think about that. These roads allowed soldiers to move instantly, trade to flow nonstop, information to spread fast. In today's world, it's like controlling internet plus highways plus military bases all at once. Rome didn't just expand. It stayed connected. And connection is control. The real secret, Roman psychology. Here's where it gets interesting. Rome understood something most empires never did. People don't just obey force. People obey systems. So Rome created a system where local leaders stayed in power. But Rome controlled the rules. Citizens could become Roman. Laws applied everywhere. This was genius. Because instead of forcing control, Rome made people want to be part of it. It wasn't occupation. It was absorption. Entertainment as control. Now imagine this. You're a Roman citizen. You're struggling with taxes, war, life. But then you walk into a massive arena. Gladiators. Crowds roaring. Life or death battles. This wasn't just entertainment. This was distraction. The Roman leaders knew something powerful. Backhand index pointing right. If people are entertained enough, they don't rebel. Bread and circuses. Food and entertainment. That was enough to keep an empire stable. Not happiness. Distraction. The fall was not sudden. But even the strongest empire falls. Rome didn't collapse in one day. It slowly weakened from inside. Corruption grew. Leadership became unstable. Borders became too large to control. The same system that made Rome powerful became too big to manage. And eventually, the empire that ruled the world fell into history. But here's the twist. Rome is not really gone. Look around today. Governments use Roman law principles. Modern cities use Roman engineering ideas. Political systems borrow Roman structures. Even stadium culture still exists. Rome didn't disappear. It transformed into the modern world. So the real question is not, what was Rome? The real question is, are we still living inside its shadow? Because sometimes, the greatest empires don't die. They evolve. If you want more deep stories like this, where history meets psychology and power, subscribe. Because the past is never really past.